I know what you're gonna say. I need a haircut. Maybe that's just what I'm gonna say because I'm looking at myself right now in the camera and I'm just not too happy about what I'm seeing, to be 120% honest, but you know what? It's okay. I'm here today to talk about a serious issue that I'm gonna over-exaggerate the fuck out of. 1 second, I gotta go take a shower. I can smell my upper lip and that's not what I like. All right, what's good? Okay, you know, sometimes I just forget to take a shower when I wake up. My fault, but I'm here now. Anyways, back to the story at hand. I have a neighbor that is a new issue because if you watch the last video, which is linked down below, you would know I had another anime arc previously from the neighbor that lived below me specifically, and they tried everything in their power to get me evicted. But that's another story that's already been told for that day if you want to go see it if you haven't already. So today I'm going to talk about the story of how my new neighbor built an Akatsuki, if you will, against me to get me pretty much, I don't know if evicted is a proper word. They planning something. I'm gonna let you guys be the judge as to what they're trying to do to me because I really don't know, and I want to leave it to perspective for what you guys can say in the comments as to how they're trying to get at me because I fucking don't understand it, to be honest. So play my shit. A little bit hot, bitch. Woo. So just to show of hands real quick so I can kind of get an understanding of who kind of understands my scenario. How many of you guys live on your own who's watching this? Hashtag hands if you live on your own. Hashtag no hands if you live with somebody else. And you can explain the situation if you want to. I'm not pressing you to do so with a gun to your head. I don't know. I was trying to get like a nice transition, but I couldn't think of anything, so I yelled. So there's a neighbor below me. I don't know where below me, but he's somewhere down there. Okay. And he put a note on my door about like 3 months ago or so. And he pretty much let me know that I don't like how your dog is peeing in this, you know, community, I guess you could say, in this area, and kind of politely asked me to pick it up. I don't know how you pick up piss. Yeah, I didn't really get it. So I kind of ignored that first note on my door because it didn't really seem, I didn't understand, you know, like stop. So after that first note, I just made sure my dog, if he pees anywhere, it's gonna be in an area where I see a lot of dogs pee at or anywhere outside of this complex. Okay, you get me? Reasonable. I made a compromise, didn't put a note on his door because I felt like it wasn't needed, and I just handled the situation as it should have been. Past that point, he put another note on my door saying that I'm tired of your dog pretty much peeing everywhere, kind of like the first one, and he was letting me know that it causes diseases. At this point, I'm realizing that he's trying to get mad at something, so I did what I did the first time I made a compromise, and I went on with my life, so nothing else I could do at this point. What I decided to do was kind of look into the rules of how the association pretty much saying what you can and can't do as you're living here, and not anywhere does it say to waterbend a dog's piss after he pees. I assumed, as there is people that clean any issues and discrepancies as such that are around this unit. They do that. So I don't have to be the pee ambassador. So I was, one day I walked my dog, which was recent, like about a few weeks ago, I'll say. I walked my dog. As soon as I walked into my house, I sat down, I hear bang, bang, bang. I'm looking around like, bitch, who the fuck? Police? Did I get swatted? No, it wasn't me getting swatted. It was my neighbor who was writing notes on my door, thinking he had the right to bang on my door because he was tired of pee in this unit. But no, it wasn't pee. It was really me. But that's besides the point. I go, I'm looking at him like he's crazy. He's like an older white man, you know, gray hair a little bit. I would say 60s, 50s if I were to have to give an estimate of the age. And he's telling me,
you know, I've been watching you for a bit and I've been taking pictures. I've been seeing your dog been peeing all over here and I would like you to pick it up.
I'm looking at him like he's crazy. I didn't want to come off as a smart ass because I'm not a smart ass in public. You know, I'm a really nice person. So I asked him in a bitch ass way, which I'm a little bit mad at, show me where the pee is. I wanted to kind of understand what the fuck he's talking about first of all, and where his unit actually is because I don't know where he really lives and why I'm an issue to him. I find out he lives down below in the second floor area. He was showing me all this dog pee that wasn't from my dog, but he showed me one pee spot that was from my dog, and I'm like, okay, my dog peed there. I got you. I'll clean it up. So he had a smart ass remark, thank you, thank you. Just kind of like an asshole way of carrying himself and just went home. But as I sat home, I got mad. Like, you ever handle a situation one way and you're mad that you didn't do it how you really wanted to? Like, you got that real nigga devil on your shoulder telling you like,
fuck him up. Nah, don't let that nigga bang on your door. Bitch, who the fuck are you?
Just thinking to myself, fuck, I'm mad. Like, I gotta figure out how to let him know
you ain't gonna bang on my door.
That was my one goal. Like, you're not gonna tell me to pick up piss like I'm a waterbender. You're not gonna bang on my door. I'm paying rent just like you are, so let me be. It was like 12 o'clock at night, or midnight rather, and I'm over here writing a note trying to put it back on his door. And like, this note was looking hella hostile. Like, I was writing this note like, you bitch ass nigga, leave me alone and don't tell me to pick up piss. Don't bang on my door. back up. It took me several tries to write this note in a proper manner that expresses how I feel in a very Caucasian way. It took me like an hour or so to kind of get it in a certain way where I'm okay with this. And I went downstairs at 3 in the morning to put it on his door. Well, I guess not an hour, maybe like a few hours if I wrote it at 12 into 3. That's besides the point. After rereading this note, I thought there's no way we can have issue. I put it on his door. That was that. You know, I thought it was over. So here's the part where I'm feeling a little bit odd. I walk my dog, and as soon as I come back in, walking back into, I guess, the complex going back home, I see all these people, him included, looking at me as I'm walking back like above, like they're on the, I can't describe it. They're 1 story higher than me, looking down from the rails, looking at me as I'm walking back to my unit, which is weird. At first, I'm thinking it's a coincidence. They just so happen to all be outside as I'm walking back. But after 2 more times back to back, they all were just out there looking at me like they're about to do some shit. When I'm walking my dog back to my complex, he's already peed out. So he's not peeing anywhere. So I wish he could pee somewhere so I could see what they would say, but he's done peeing. So they're just looking at me. Let me actually paint this picture a little bit better. There's 4 of them all together. So right now, they're looking like they're Koski. I'm feeling like they're about to do me like this. So I don't know how to really defend myself. All white, mind you. They're all white, which is interesting to me. Mind you, the detail that they're all white really doesn't matter that much because I'm not trying to assume anything. I'm just giving you guys all the facts so we can all kind of make an opinion here because I don't have one. So I really want to see what you guys think. So I go the other way and I don't see them at all, which is good. So I'm thinking, okay, this is where I got to go. But you know, I also like the other way more because it was more convenient. So I thought to myself,
let me at least go this way for like a week or some shit.
So I do that. Then I go back the way where they all usually meet up to stare at me when I leave to walk my dog and end up coming back. And sure enough, bitch, sure enough, and this time they were so fucking blatant. Like every other time they were chilling, pretending to talk and peeking at me. But this time, if I could like interpretate the shit, it was like they were here over the ledge, both of them just staring, just looking down on me. So I've been trying to ignore it for a bit because they're just staring, you know, like I don't take it that seriously. I just found it weird as fuck. But this, oh. So one day I had my friend come over, right? And how the garage is set up, I have a specific parking spot that I can use for my guests. So I went downstairs while my friend was in the car and I had to open up the gate. And I tried to lead him in on foot while he's in the car to the parking spot so he can park, right? So as I opened up the gate, a car so happened to be coming out, leaving rather, right? And instead of going around and leaving, what that car did, which was one of the guys who was standing there looking at me, he blocked my friend off until the gate closed, right? And that you know, it's a little bit of a piss off. You know, you would think it's a misunderstanding. They're probably shook because they don't want new people coming in there. But this is what pissed me off. I was telling him, hey, can you move out the way? You know, just signaling. You know, he had no purpose to be there. So I'm just signaling, move out the way. You know, excuse me. He's staring at me the whole entire time, shaking his head no. And I couldn't say anything because as soon as the garage closed, I was walking up to his car to say something to him because I'm like, what the fuck's your problem? I was gonna knock on his window because the shit was rolled up. He left. I don't understand, like, that is so petty. That is probably the most pettiest thing you could fucking do for no reason whatsoever. He asked me, like, what was that about? I didn't know what to tell him. Like, it's just embarrassing to be a part of that because it's just frustrating. You know, I don't want to be the dude gossiping about other people. I don't like doing that shit. But, like, it's so stressful when I just can't have peace. Like, that's all I want, bitch. That's all I want. Making my persona enjoyment fucking negatives right now, bitch. Leave me alone. I am probably one of the only minorities in the African-American tier in this area. So I'm not trying to test my luck if I were to take this issue somewhere else because I don't know if it's racist. I don't know if he's part of a board or something. I don't know the issue. I don't know the circumstance, and I just don't want any issues whatsoever. So what I'm asking you guys out of curiosity, what would you do? Do you think this is a situation that should involve some confrontation of the sort? Would you try to, you know, talk to the man, or would you try to leave it be? Regardless, my lease is up, so I gotta move anyways by sometime in a few months here. So I mean, I take the L anyways, but while I'm here, I'm curious to see what you guys would do to handle the situation so I can kind of just, you know, read vicariously, if you were me, how you would do it. Who knows if this story will go anywhere else besides this moment? I hope not, but we'll see. But before I end the video, bitch, let me take the green screen off and push the mic out of my face a little bit. I have to talk to you guys on a serious note. I'm dying. I'm not really dying, but hear me out. Hear me out. It's not looking good for me, guys. I'm getting to a point in my life to where my hairline is killing me. It's very bad. It's reaching into my brain now. And I think, fuck, there's only one way I can make it in this world. And that's if you use code AFRO on PlayAsia for $3 off of your next purchase. If you use code Afro on Play Asia, it's making it so that we can do cool giveaways, and I really want to do a lot of giveaways for Injustice 2 that comes out. So if you ever wanted a place to go to shop for shit, make sure you go on Play Asia with your boys. Code Afro. If you want to use my link down below, feel free to do so. Code Afro, $3 off. I love your face, and I'll be back tomorrow with a cool video that I've been working on. Possibly, maybe. Let's see.